morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, as we know, our college motto at the moment is each one job, which in itself is a mammoth task. But let's take it a step further. How we as an organization can provide each student and each organization the value, the quality, and each student having that opportunity that they themselves grow in an organization and they provide value to that organization. And in retrospect, the society gets value. So how as an organization we can provide our students the best possible opportunities?
See, when I am talking about providing the best value education to the society or to the students, the things start from the curriculum.
Definitely.
Being an academician, we strongly believe that curriculum is a runway. So you can say it's an outline of the student development plan. So while we design the curriculum, we are taking multiple factors into account. The very first factor is that what is the global requirement of that curriculum to be started? What is the regional requirement? What is the national requirement in terms of all aspect? When I am designing a curriculum for say cyber security. So down the line, if I am designing a 4-year curriculum or a 3-year curriculum, first of all, my entire academic team will go through a research reports given by McKinsey, given by Gartner and various other resources. So once we go through these research reports, that what is going to be the demand of the industry, on the basis of that, we design the skill set, and that skill set we fit into the curriculum. This is one aspect wherein I am talking about while preparing the student for the future industry. The second aspect is the value education. So in India nowadays, with the advent of National Education 2020, so being into higher education, we are inculcating, whether it is an Indian knowledge system is concerned or the values and ethics are concerned. So we are making the integral part of the curriculum. So say I am designing a curriculum of 160 credit. Then this entire 160 credit framework we design in such a way that it will cater the need of value education. It will cater the need of industry in terms of domain specific education, and it will cater the need of generic and basic knowledge to build the student's career. So all these three components we are keeping in our mind, and then we design the curriculum. So the very first aspect which I am talking about delivering the value education is start with the designing the curriculum. The second most aspect is the delivery. Once we define the curriculum, once we create the outline of the system, then how we are going to deliver that. And in delivery, two things play very pivotal role. One, that is the faculty members. Those are driving that particular curriculum. The second is the infrastructure. At Chandigarh Group of Colleges, Jhanjeri, you must have seen that we are giving state-of-art infrastructure. Whether I am talking about classrooms infrastructure is concerned, we are having smart classrooms. You must have seen the laboratories. We are having state-of-art equipments, and in terms of IT, we are having state-of-art and latest software.
Even the studio only.
Even the studio only. So we keep all these things in mind that while delivering that curriculum which we design as per the requirement of the industry, that should deliver at par with the industry. And in order to deliver, the first aspect which I am talking about infrastructure readiness. Second aspect is the faculty. While recruiting the faculty member, we take a thorough procedure, whether the faculty member is an experienced one, qualified one, or equipped with the latest skill or not. Even after that, and see, we know that the entire digital transformation is going on. India is going through a digital transformation. So approximately every 6 months the technology is changing. So we keep a track of faculty training as well. So every 6 months we are organizing a lot of faculty development program. There are training sessions from the industry so that my faculty should be having a latest technology in their mind and they can deliver this similar to the students. The third aspect when I am talking about the value education and ethics, time and again we are involving various mentors from the industry, from the local guardians, and they used to come to the campus, whether it is yoga is concerned, whether I am talking about Indian knowledge is concerned, whether I am talking about Punjabi literature is concerned. So all these kind of culture activity and ethical value activities we inculcate among these students. Apart from that, we are having our NGOs. You must have heard about Naya Savera.
Yes.
So through these NGO, and in order to inculcate the value education, our student used to contribute to the society, whether it is in a blood donation camp is concerned, eye checkup is concerned, like Safai Abhiyans are concerned, or there are various other activities, road safety awareness camps are concerned. There are multiple activities where we feel that students should be the integral part of the society, and they should give whatever they are taking from the campus. So all these combination, we are inculcating the value education among the students.
Definitely, sir. That's a really interesting insight. Before we move any further, let me introduce ourselves in the show. Namaskar, this is Sunay Sharma. You're watching Off the Record with CGC. And today we have an esteemed personality with us, Dr. Vinay Goyal. Though Dr. Goyal has numerous feats under his belt, and currently he's leading an army of change makers from the very front as the Executive Director of CGC Mohali. So I would like to take a moment and extend my gratitude and thank you, Doctor, for doing this and having this conversation.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And just so we get quite laid back, I would like to ask more about your personal stuff, or let's say more about a chill topic. What sort of a student were you back in the day when you were in your school days, when you were quite young?
See, it's a fantastic question, and it remembers my childhood. I was a bit naughty and simultaneously sincere about my career.
Were you rowdy back then?
Yes,
Okay.
a bit, right? Because I'm coming from a background, a very village background, wherein we were having a government high school. So I studied there. So in that, every kind of activity, whether I'm talking about in terms of playgrounds, right? So we were not having very official playgrounds like table tennis. Nowadays, basketball courts are concerns. On those days, the entire school ground was our playgrounds. So we used to play kabaddi, we used to play kusti. So all these sort of games we used to play, which create a bit rowdiness, a bit naughtiness in my
Creates a competitive
childhood.
spirit too.
And parallelly, the value education, as we were talking earlier also. So my teachers were very much, practical in that way. So they used to define the career, they used to guide, they used to mentor the students.
Do you have any anecdote of that?
Yeah, see, I remember one of my teacher, Mr. Bharat Singh. At that time, he was our mathematics teacher. So he was thinking in that way always while interacting with that teacher. So he say, "Ki Vinay, do one thing. You organize this event."
Okay.
So from there, slowly starting from my middle education, I start doing certain administrative activities. So this is something which is coming into mind that I am going in that direction. So this was a bit of naughtiness and like sincerity about my career.
Yeah, definitely, sir. I looked up your LinkedIn and I found that you have your BSc in Electronics, 2 Masters, 1 MSc Applied Mathematics, another MTech CSE, and finally a PhD in Maths and Science. So, including your school life, your whole academic life is more than my age. How do you feel about that?
See, it feels great. See, actually, when we are into academics now, entire life is a learning, right?
Definitely, sir.
So, whether I'm talking about my graduation or post graduations, so all these kind of courses which I have done in my career, in my educational qualifications, so I feel that the environment plays a very vital role in that. On those days, I'm talking about year back in 1993. On those days, technology was booming like anything. Students were going through engineering, various space research was going on. So that curiosity was there in my mind, that okay, how the technology behaves, how the systems works, how computer system works. So that create interest among electronics and communication. And later on, while going through this electronics and communication, at that time the computer was into just coming into the market and not was very in practice. So I correctly remember in my computer lab we were having only 3 systems at that time, and we used to put off shoes behind the computer lab, and so that was a taboo on those days while working on a computer. So that inculcate curiosity in my mind, and parallelly while having my graduation I got an interest into statistics, which later on nowadays with data science. So statistics,
it's booming.
It's booming. So data science is basically a new packaging of statistics.
It is.
So with this statistics knowledge, I just wanted to apply the entire mathematics what I ever learned through my applied mathematics and computer science knowledge. So I just wanted to club these 2 factors, which further enhancing my knowledge into data science. So, and that was my research area even. So I did research in my seismology, wherein we used to
seismology.
It's a study of earthquakes, you can say.
Okay.
So my study was wherein we were picking the data from Italy, San Andreas fault areas wherein frequent earthquakes are coming up. So my task was to bring the data at one place, to apply my mathematics and computer knowledge through the data science models, and to build certain predictions models. So we were quite successful. So this was the entire journey of my educational qualification.
Since we are on the topic of education, I read somewhere on your LinkedIn only, you had a comment about Vishwa Guru. I don't remember the post, but you have a comment about Vishwa Guru. So I have a 3-part question about this. What's your perception about the idea of Vishwa Guru? And secondly, let's complete the first question only. What's your perception about Vishwa Guru?
See, my perception about Vishwa Guru is, when we are preparing the youth, actually the entire world is going through a transformation, and entire world is going through a paradigm shift, and it's going to be very quick. You must have now, I think it's a new gen students, children are coming up.
Gen Z, Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha or something, what you call it. I don't remember that.
Even I cannot keep up.
So when I'm talking about different generations to generations, India has been a Vishwa Guru, right?
Okay.
If I'm talking about 2005 years back, when Pythagoras invented, or Pythagoras came into the picture at the bank of river Gangas. Parallelly, India has been a land of Nalanda and Takshila.
Definitely.
India has been a land of Aryabhatta and Ramanuja. So India, in terms of Vishwa Guru, it's not a new concept. Although couple of years back, I'm talking about maybe 200 or 500 years, we actually forgot that we have been a Vishwa Guru. Now, in this higher education, the entire academicians of India, entire industrialists of India, entire political leaders of India, I must say, that all are trying to again to be India as a Vishwa Guru. Now, how they are trying? You must have heard about National Education Policy 2020. Through this National Education Policy 2020, in fact, we are bringing the Gurukul culture again.
Okay.
How we are bringing the Gurukul culture? You must have heard about on early days when students were going to Gurukul. They were asked to explore the various areas. Arjun were asked to explore the Dhanurvidya. Bhim was asked to explore the Gada Vidya. Right? So they were having their own expertise. Now in National Education Policy gives us the flexibility to choose their domain specific.
And customize their courses.
Customize their courses, right? We have a academic bank of credit. We have a 4-year undergraduate program, national credit framework. So the entire system nowadays, what we are giving to Indian education system, in fact, we are aligning with our early days educations, what we call Gurukul education. So now the students will be having the entire values and ethic in the education. They will be free to choose their domain specific. And I strongly believe when there is no language bar, when there is no credit bar, when there is no set specific system that, okay, in non-medical you need to choose mathematics, physics and chemistry. There is no bar that in medical you need to choose medical, biology or geology or chemistry or physics. So the student is free to choose their own courses. And when somebody is choosing courses or somebody is having courses on their own interest, I strongly believe that can take student further.
Definitely.
And this is, with these practices, India is going to be the Vishwa Guru. So my thought process is, the moment when India is leading in terms of research and innovation, India is leading in terms of industry and manufacturing areas. From the past 20-25 years, I have seen that India have been there into service sector. But if you have seen, you must have seen that in the past 10 to 12 years now, we are giving a lot of thrust into innovations, into patents.
The Make in India.
Make in India concept is coming up. So I was going through some stats. So now India is, I think, sixth in the number at globally in filing the patent. I think more than 70,000 patents.
Also, we are making a great startup economy.
Economy. And parallelly, if I'm talking about parallelly, in gross enrollment ratio, we are putting a target in 2035, that is 50% gross enrollment ratio will be having. So all these efforts we are putting in this direction to be Vishwa Guru. So this is my perspective, that in future India is going to lead the entire world.
Definitely. My second part of this question is, how close as a nation are we making this idea, this concept a reality? How much time do you think this would take us?
It will take another 10 years, I strongly believe. Because the moment, nowadays when the students is taking admission, so 2 years back this national education policy was into force. So with the advent of this national education policy, now the students is going through their academic bank of credit. Now students is having the exposure and experience of this national education policy. Down the line, 4 to 5 years it will take to, I mean to say, get into the actually into the higher education. And probably it will start giving result down the line, maybe 10 years. This is my thought process. So right now, by 2035, I strongly believe India will be leading.
Okay, that's hopeful. And my final question from this is, how as an individual can anybody support this cause at the base grassroots level?
The grassroots level, let me start from a student.
Yes.
Instead of wasting the time, right? I use this word, usually wasting the time, when we are not concentrating on our goals and targets. That I'll say it's a wastage of time. I'm not saying that students should not enjoy. Students should enjoy. Always they should enjoy. And used to say that moz karo, roz karo, na mile to khoz karo. This was my slogan I used to say in my speeches. So parallelly, if you are fixed, if you are aligned with your target, that what you want to achieve in your life, how you are going to support the regional leads, how you are going to support your family, how you are going to support your nation. Right? If somebody is filing a patent, somebody is starting his own company or venture, I strongly believe that student is supporting his family, is fulfilling his goal, and parallelly that person is supporting the Indian economy as well.
Definitely.
So this is what I am taking out of this actually.
Definitely, sir. Moving on, since we are on the topic of identity of India in a way, I had a question. This is more of a personal observation I felt during my first year, my freshie year. I used to be a theatre kid. I had my theatre journey in CGC only. I brought medals to the college. What I observed was, there's this sort of uniform of theatre kids, that is kurta pajama. And for the lack of better words, I would say we were quite discouraged to wear kurta. And I observed not a lot of kids were wearing, and I got a curiosity, why is this happening? Then when one day I just put on one kurta, went in, and I was stopped at gate. So I have this question. Kurta is something that is relatable to most Indians. We have students from Kashmir, Haryana, Punjab, Bihar, so and so, and everybody in their culture has this piece that relates to everybody. Then why don't we let them wear it?
So fantastic question, gentlemen. So basically I'll take it in this way. First of all, no clothing is bad. Whether it is kurta, coat pant, tie, jacket, nothing is bad. The only thing is how you carry it.
Definitely.
Sometimes even if you are wearing a coat pant and tie, that may not be suitable to you. the way you are carrying the clothing is the first important aspect I am taking it. Right? Kurta is not a bad thing. It's a fantastic thing wearing into summers. Parallelly, see, we are into a professional educations. And when I am talking about professional education, particularly in managers, IT professional we are building. So the manager and IT professional, basically we are dealing with the entire world.
Yes.
So एक कहावत सुनी होगी आपने कि जैसा देश वैसा भेष. So in the similar way, when we are into a professional education and to be a professional, see, kurta pajama is a very, I mean to say, our own dress, yes, right? We used to wear it at the level of comfort. Yes, comfort is there, but while we into a professional education, while we need to deal with the entire world, so I strongly believe that we should be in a professional clothing. Parallelly, while having cultural festivals, like we were having a lot of festivals, Deepavali, Guru Parv is there, Holi festival is there, Eid is there. During these cultural festivals, we usually promote that students should wear ethnic dresses. So in that, I strongly believe, yes, there is nothing bad into kurta. In fact, it's a fantastic dress. I also used to wear it. But again, parallelly, it depends upon the occasion, where we are wearing it, how we are wearing it, so how we are carrying it. It all depends on that.
Definitely, sir. So, going from Desi to international, we are having a transition. Few months back, I guess, you had an online session in Hubei, China, and you represented CGC internationally.
Yes.
That's a big feat.
Yes.
Comments on that. And you gave a talk on transforming learning, exploring synergy, smart technologies, and internationalization in digital education. So firstly, how was your experience?
That was fantastic, wherein I was interacting with a lot of international educationists. So in that talk particularly, we were exploring the digital transformation word. So now when I'm talking about digital transformation, so it's a combination of multiple things. The very first thing is how we are inculcating the smart technology into our educational delivery system. Say, how we are taking generative AI into education, how we are taking AR, VR into education, how we are taking smart classroom into education. So all these smart technology, how we will be taking their help in order to have a better delivery. So this was the one concept. Second concept was like the transformation of educational experience and internationalization. So here at Chandigarh Group of Colleges, right now we are having more than 500 students, international students. So you must have seen that we used to celebrate their national days, lot of international festivals. So it's in a combination of cultures.
It is.
Parallelly, like if a student is coming from China, or if a student is coming from Australia, or if a student is coming from Africa, so what is the problem set they are facing? With the help of Indian students, can we build a solution? Or vice versa? They may have a different thought process. India is facing through a lot of problems. Maybe within the campus we have a certain problems. How we can identify these solutions? So when I'm talking about internationalization, so basically in my thought process, I'm bringing the global minds at one place to solve a problem. In fact, we all are solving the problem in our day-to-day routines. So this is my thought process, and we were having a lot of exchange of ideas were there, that the generative AI, chat GPT, how we can inculcate into our curriculum, whether we should make our student free or hand it with this technology, or we should restrict.
Okay, so what's your opinion about that?
My
should
opinion,
students make assignments through chat GPT?
It's a fantastic way of doing it. I never ask my faculty member that the student should not use generative AI.
But do you think it'll make them lazy and they'll never learn? They'll lack the skill.
See, it's like on early days people used to take walk, right? We were not having bicycle, we were not having scooters, we were not having cars.
So it's like a tool only.
It's a tool only. Nowadays we are using car, right? If I am talking about I should not use car because it will make me lazy. No, it's not like that. We were using mobile phone, right? We were saying that, okay, mobile phone will take away the multiple jobs. Computer will take away the multiple job. In fact, they are generating the jobs. Yes, It is generating in a different way. Yes, skill set required is a different way. So I strongly believe all the repetitive tasks where you should not apply your mind, you should use generative AI and try to take the help of generative AI or LLM model or this artificial intelligence for a betterment of the system, right? If you have certain problem set in your mind and you would like to identify a solution, who is going to stop you to use generative AI? Use it. So generative AI is basically clubbing the entire knowledge base at one place. That's it, na? So when we are going to a library, we are exploring 5 books. We are taking knowledge from those 5 books, we are applying and doing the things. In the similar way, instead of taking it in this way, I used to take generative AI is basically saving time. You want to have knowledge?
It's a more efficient Google.
It's a more efficient Google, right? So let's use it in this way only.
Definitely, sir. My next question is, few months back UGC greenlit the idea of biannual admissions. What's your opinion about it?
See, the entire world is like having a diversified culture, having their own different timelines. Universities like I'm so their examinations pattern is different, their checking pattern is different. So we have observed that sometimes it happen when, say for example, admission season is going to end in August.
Okay.
By the time, if some set of student is not able to qualify some certain set of paper, or their result has not been declared yet, so they need to wait for entire 1 year.
And that wastes a lot of time.
That is wastage of a lot of wastage of time. So now with this biannual admission, students can always take into winter admissions. They can take admission into January.
But do you think the organizations are capable or able enough with the infrastructure, with the faculty to handle such responsibility?
So in fact, UGC, All India Council of Technical Education, or all the governing bodies or these technical education councils, so they people are keeping a check that we should not start any such courses or we should not seek any such kind of admission if we do not have infrastructure. You must have seen in Chandigarh group of colleges now 2 more academic buildings we are building.
Yes.
3 new hostels are coming up, 1 base kitchen is coming up, and lot of other 4 to 5 academic buildings are coming up. It's more than 7 lakh square feet area is we are building.
That's crazy.
Taking the demands and how we are like creating a global hub here. So this is how we are predicting the system. So first, and particularly CGCJhanjeri, before going to take admission, we prepare ourselves first. Then we take the student, so that student should have a better learning experience.
Definitely, sir. My next question is, what's the goal for CGC 2025?
See, the goal for CGC 2025, although it's a bit secret, but I just wanted to reveal it.
Give some crumbs.
So in year 2025, basically a multiple ranking and rating structure, global ranking and rating we will be going. We have been continuously improving in National Institute ranking framework.
Okay.
We have already gone through the NAC A+, 2 campuses we are having in the NAC ratings. NB we are going through. And parallelly, while now you must have heard the news that we will be a university.
Yes.
So the things are in pipeline and very soon we will be a university. So at that time when we will be a university, the entire motive, entire intent, entire target and goal of CGCJhanjeri is to design a innovative curriculum for the students, which will cater the not only the regional need but the global need as well. So this particular campus will be a future campus. The future campus wherein we will be harnessing the power of artificial intelligence in terms of integrating the concepts into curriculum, in terms of implementing the delivery mechanism through artificial intelligence, in terms of
give a small example of
in terms of operations, right?
Okay.
You must have seen at hostels, right? In hostel manual attendance is there.
Yeah.
So very soon we will be building certain applications wherein artificial intelligence is going to play a role.
Okay. A camera
You will
would
be
up
getting into
there.
the classrooms, right? So artificial intelligence is going to play the vital role over here,
Okay.
right? In terms of monitoring the entire system, artificial intelligence is going to play a pivotal role
really
there.
interesting.
In terms of adaptive assessments, it is going to play a pivotal role. So we are having our own ERP system. So in ERP system, I mean to say, we are integrating certain aspect wherein, like, we will be having adaptive assessment system. Suppose you are preparing for certain topics, right? So you will be having multiple assessments, and these assessment will be adaptive in nature. The moment when you will be doing a easy question, next question will be tough.
Okay.
So it will enhance your capabilities.
It'll challenge the student on his skill set.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And
That's really
parallelly,
interesting.
yes, parallelly a lot of other, I mean to say, technology we are integrating into the systems, into our laboratory system. Like say in cyber security, we are having robotics and artificial intelligence. We are having in cyber security. So in fact, we are bringing certain simulations wherein you will be having exposure of getting into the exact system. So you must have heard, okay, parallelly we are getting attacks on your system, right?
Yeah.
So, but attack doesn't happen in routine. Na? How we will prepare our students? So we will be creating simulations wherein students will be getting the exact environment, how you will feel when the problems will comes.
Okay,
So this is something, the futuristic aspect we are having in our mind while building a new campus. So this is our goal in 2025, that building a fantastic innovation university.
I would like to congratulate you on that. And just before concluding, though I'm not the best representative, do you have any questions for us students?
See, I don't have any questions for student, but I strongly feel through this media, I just wanted to convey one message that the entire I belongs to a God. I meant to say I strongly believe in God. So God is giving only one chance to get up. That chance can be today, chance can be tomorrow. Think twice before doing any activity. Set up your goals and start preparing it. Then God will help you.
Definitely, sir, definitely. Thank you for doing this, sir. And let's conclude it. Thank you, viewers, for watching, for being with us till here. This was me, Sunay Sharma. This was Dr. Goyal, CGC, off the record. Thank you.
Thank you.